guys, Vedant Behel here from Fittest by Far, and today I want to take you through an upper body workout. But I want to do something special. Today is not, or admittedly, it's not a zero equipment workout because there is one piece of equipment I'd like you to invest in. That is resistance bands. I really like resistance bands when it comes to working out. They are fantastic. They are phenomenal. And here's the thing, I don't just like them for general fitness. I like them for the purpose of joint protection and for muscle hypertrophy as well. And I'll tell you why. So what we generally consider to build muscle in the bodies comes from iron, weight training or weight resistance training. In there you get the stimulus to grow muscle from resistance against gravity. The more weight you have, the more heavy an object is and the more downwards force it exerts. To lift something against gravity is to equal that force that the object is exerting downwards, except you exert the force upwards, and that creates the tension and the muscular tissue damage. Now, when it comes to bands, you're not working against gravity. You are working against a band's elastic nature. This is Young's modulus, this is Young's modulus that you're working against pretty much. Hooke's law that works against you, but it works in your favor to help build muscle because you work against the stretch. I link in the description the product of the product that I bought. I bought this off of Amazon India. With my kit, I got this set of 5 bands, each color coded to different resistance. So you have a really light one, just really thin and light, all the way to this really thick, dense stretch one. For the purposes of this video, which is a band-based upper body workout, I'll be sticking with this intermediate. Can you stop shaking, please? Yes, this intermediate resistance band. You also get these lovely handles which attach to these hook ends of the band. And you get this is really convenient. This is kind of like, I guess you could call it a door stopper. It goes underneath the door. This ball part goes on the outer side of the door, and this strap is on the inside facing you. You hook your resistance through it, and there you go, you have a hook under and over a door. Now, in this workout, I will be taking you through 7 moves. That will be the press. I'll explain every move as well, right, in the beginning, before taking you through a follow-along workout. So that will be the press, it will be the row, it will be the front raise, side raise, rear delt raise, or what is affectionately known as an eagle fly, then the bicep curl, right, and tricep kickback. These are the 7 movements through which I will take you. Effective movements. You'll notice that we're missing out on a lot of movement dynamics. That's just because I don't want you to use any other. I don't want to impose any restriction other than the fact that you need to have a band. You don't need to have any external attachment point for this workout, right? If you had other external attachment points, like let's say a curtain rod up overhead, or you could attach it to a door underneath, right, like this piece which I showed you, that would be great. But for the purpose of only using your own body as a place to lock the band, that's what this workout is. So upper body band only workout. Before I start taking you through the actual movements, I thought I'd just show you how to loop this band around. What I'm going to be doing for most of this workout is simply putting the band on the floor like that and stepping on it. And you step on it and you try to pull the band backwards and forwards and let it slide across a little bit and equalize the tension coming out of both feet along this length and this length. Try to equalize the tension there. Right, the row is a very simple movement to do. It is a lat movement. So again, you just place the band underneath your feet like I explained in the last bit. Grab either end with your hands in an inverse sort of manner, and all you're going to do is bend forward. Introduce a slight bend in your knees just to take some pressure off your lower back, and move your shoulders down along this line of the body. Right, make sure they're as low as possible, and you pull back, stretch the band up towards you, bringing your elbows up behind your body, and make sure that your elbows stay hugging your body the whole time. The next movement I'll be showing you is the chest press. For this, what you're going to want to do is loop the band around your shoulders like so. Now, for the movement, you are going to pull your shoulder blades back and you're going to keep your shoulder blades as close to touching as possible throughout the movement. Shoulder blades back, and here's another tip: you can actually just bend the band a couple of times, outwards, inwards, to get the amount of tension that you want. So I'm going to just maybe grab a little bit closer to the attachment point. What you're going to do is keeping your shoulder blades pulled back the entire time, keeping your shoulders down, not up, down. You're going to push. Just press forward. And especially what I'd like you to do here is when you press, don't just press straight. Press and try to bring your arms, your hands close together. Not hit them together, but close. And as you bring them forward and together, you should feel a sharp squeeze in this part of the chest, the central part. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4. And for this movement, I'd really recommend wearing a piece of clothing that covers your arms and your shoulders, because friction burn is real and it hurts. It hurts a lot. Alright, now I'll show you 3 shoulder moves. Those are the front raise, the side raise, and the rear delt raise. And these are very simple to do. All you need to do is, again, lock the band under your feet like I showed, and the front raise. For the front raise, you're going to want to grab these in a neutral position like so, and keeping your shoulders back, down and back, raise your arms in front of you. 1, 2, 3, like this. Not too far overhead, and don't straighten your arms out completely and do that. You might not have a fun time doing that. Keeping your arms slightly bent, and don't swing, just raise. Try to keep your shoulder from riding up as you do the movement or coming forward to do the movement. Try keeping it down and back and sticking your chest out. 1, 2. That is the front raise. Then we come to the side raise. Now the side raise is, you want to grip like this, and you simply want to bring your arms up, out into your sides, not any higher, just till here. and control the movement. Again, keeping your shoulders back and down, keeping your chest out. Bring your arms to your sides. Raise. Again, keep your elbows slightly bent just so that they don't, kink out or lock and become very uncomfortable to work with. Then we have the rear delt fly or the eagle fly. Now this is actually a very important movement. A lot of people tend to neglect the rear delt when it comes to working out, and as a result it's a very weak muscle. But the thing is, because you're using a band, it's a lot easier to target and isolate the rear delt and work on it and build strength up so that you don't have these injuries, you don't have rear delt related injuries further down the line. Bands are pretty much the perfect way to target the rear delts in their, growing phase. Now what you want to do here is again the same setup as for the other two shoulder movements, except you are going to bend forward pretty much the same way you did in the row. Bending forward, you bring your arms up out to your sides. 2, 3, 4. Now don't go and force them over your back. There's no point to that. You're really just going to hurt another set of muscles. So just up to that much. Keeping this kind of reverse grip. Those are the 3 shoulder movements: the front raise, the side raise, and the rear delt raise. And now our last 2 movements are major arm movements. Those are the bicep curl and the tricep kickback. Now the bicep curl has, really any bicep movement has too many variations. Whether you're using bands or you're using weights or whatever it is, I feel people spend a bit too much focusing on the bicep variations when all you really need is this flexion movement of the arms. That's it. You do that and you're building your biceps. That's all you need. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to give you one very simple effective move: the hammer curl. All you need to do is lock your arms at the side of your body. Make sure your elbows don't swing forward or back. Keep your chest out, your shoulders down and back. Lock your arms at your side and bring your hands up along your body. As simple as that. It looks like this from the front. That's really it. And again, you lock the bands, or rather you loop the band underneath your feet and curl away to your heart's content. If you feel like it's too light for you, hoop it just under one foot and grab both ends of the band, and you can curl like that as well. That is the bicep curl with a band. Now the tricep kickback is a movement which can actually do a lot for your triceps if you do them right. The point with this is not to swing, because you'll see exactly what I mean. Now you're going to loop the bands underneath your feet, again just the same way you did with most other movements. What you're going to do is grab them in this reverse neutral kind of grip, like so. You're going to bend slightly forward, take your arms back behind you, and without swinging, extend your arm. 3, 4, like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, This movement is essentially the same as having an overhead tricep extension and pushing down, or like this. That is the tricep kickback, and these are your 7 movements. And without further ado, let's get into the workout. Alright, now it's time to get into the actual follow along workout. As always, I will have the timer linked in the description below. It is completely preset, it is everything, all the intervals and everything that are set. All you need to do is click on the link and click start when you start the workout, and click stop when you're done with the workout, when you stopped. As always, we will do a 30-second on, 15-second off set of intervals, and do this workout maybe 2 to 3 rounds or 2 to 3 whole cycles. And if you really want to push yourself, you can maybe go for 4 cycles. When you are doing this, try to grab a moderate intensity band, because you will be doing this continuously and you will get tired. And a high resistance band such as this, I mean, unless you're really looking to, put on a ton of strength and size for a short amount of time, or for a short duration that you're away from the gym or whatever. Other than that, it's really not going to serve any purpose except tire you out a bit too much to make this into a sustainable workout. So, moderate intensity. I'll start my timer. 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. 7 moves. We have the row, the press, the front raise, the side raise, the eagle fly. Quick note, you can do, instead of doing the eagle fly, you can also just, fold the band up a couple of times and do this. This is very similar to the eagle fly. I feel like when the band hits your body, it becomes a bit restrictive in terms of how far you can stretch and how much contraction you can bring into the rear deltoid. But if you feel a bit more comfortable doing that, that's perfectly fine. A lot of people find it a bit easier on the shoulder joint to do that. Right, then we have those. We have the bicep curl and the tricep extension. And our 15-second starter is going on. So, follow along. I will be doing this entire workout for 1 cycle. And so the row. "15 seconds left." Again, make sure to keep your shoulders down and your elbows as close to your body as possible. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. 15-second break. Now you'll want to loop the band across your body. I'm going to get my grip ready, and we're going to go right into the chest press. 2, 1. Remember, again, shoulder blades retracted, chest up and out, and press. Bring your hands close together as you complete the contraction for a full engagement of the muscle fibers. Next, we're going to go into the front raise. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't jerk, don't push, don't swing to get it up, just raise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And great. Next, we're going to go into the lateral raise, the side raise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you don't feel comfortable taking it to your side completely, you can always bring your wrist a little bit forward. Sometimes again, it helps to take the stress off the shoulder joint, the actual physical joint, and you get to work the muscle a bit more efficiently. Next, we're going to go to the rear delt fly or the eagle raise. 2, 1. Again, this is a great move. Really helps with shoulder stability when you're, eventually when you go back to the gym or whatever and you have bigger lifts like presses and everything. This really helps with shoulder stability. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool. Biceps. Simple movement. Everybody knows how to do the bicep curl by now. Again, make sure your elbows stay fixed. When you do this repetitively, it really does take a toll on your muscles. You would release a lot of metabolic byproducts of contraction, and you can really cause some nice resistive stimulus in your muscles, some real tissue damage, the same as you'd actually expect from a weights workout. And the tricep kickback curl. Bend forward, elbows out behind you, and control the movement when you extend. Don't swing it out, just extend. 10 more seconds. And we're done. That forms one cycle. Do this 2 to 3 times for a normal workout, and for a higher intensity workout 4 times. And there you go. Upper body bands.